Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, August the 4th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap-up, and it's NFP Day. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And just a reminder at the end of the week, risk management. Never lose more on any one single trade than you are willing to lose. And brain management. Remember, pain doesn't come from the market. It comes from your reaction to the market. So, looking at the week, we are 83 pips off of the weekly open on the pound dollar. 119 off the high, 134 off the low. And the dashboard shows that all the weekly open gaps have filled. We'll zoom out, taking a look at the month. 82 pips below the monthly open. You can see we're in the body of the previous month. You can see also we have actually gone down and broke out of the previous month's low, but we have moved back up at 132 off of that monthly low right now. We're putting in the opening range. Actually, we're entering the opening range for the month at 27.52 here. And with that range being right at the launch pad, 27.40. And you can see prices moving back up. And we are way below the weekly opening range right here. And for the year, we are 665 pips above the yearly open, 387 off of the high, and 953 off of the low. Prices moving up. You can see we're in the 50s. We came out of the launch pad. I'm kicking myself. I was in a launch pad trade and I let it go too soon. But then I got back in, and actually I got in short at the 50 and rode it back down to 43 during that NFP last half hour I should say. And you can see here launch pad just did its thing from 40 to 60. We are below the weekly inside bar from 2 weeks ago and way below the inside bar from 4 days ago. And we are way above that monthly inside bar from 6 months ago. And you can see prices going up, making a new high. On the range, this is an NFP day, and we don't have one pair over 100. What's wrong with that picture? That is just incredible. I guess they wore themselves out earlier in the week, but price is steadily moving up there. As you can see, that last hour was a doozy. But we broke out of the high of the previous hour right there. You see, looking at the buy zone, we crossed it, that open 27.07 there. Price just shot up through it. But during that time, it was pretty hairy because price had gone up to about 30 something and then came back down and then went up again. When we look at the trading charts, you'll see that. And rats, green rats were rewarded earlier. Now red rats are looking for a signal to start eating and feasting off of some red cheese. But now we're up to 82 pips in range, almost 81.8. So might want to, red rats, you might want to hold off till you get a clear signal price is going to reverse. Oh, Bambino Flex indicator was indicating long. Pivot trading plan near the pivot was long. You see we took out that daily pivot down here at 26.85, and we're now 81 pips above it. So that's why you like, sometimes if you just have a really simple trading plan like this and you stick to it, you're not going to win every time, but you just may be happy more often than not. For the week, we took out that pivot. For the month, we're getting close to it. We're still a few pips away at that monthly pivot, 28.77. And looking at the daily, we took out the daily pivot. Now we're between these two pivots. So we have a missed pivot back here at August the 1st, right here at 28.44. In and out of that upper wick zone. That was a nice trade there during NFP. You could have popped that trade a couple of times actually. Well, we're hitting the 70s now, extending the range almost to 90 pips. So it looks like price might try to reach 128. Looking left, you can see we're hitting some congestion areas there. And let's see, let's take a quick look here. Let's go down to M1. So you can see here what happened when the news hit. We put in that 3 ball, came back down, came all the way back down right here, actually below or the daily open. Even though we don't have that shown on this chart. Let's see, which chart has the I don't think I have a chart. And here's the daily open. We can look at it. Yeah, the PA simple chart. If we put that on the 1 minute. Yeah, you can see right here. Today's open. It dropped below it after the news and then rocketed right above. Now we're starting to pull back off of that high. See, we've got a red M5 and see what happens here. We might test the previous H1 high and then continue upward. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. So we've got the 10% fib retrace here. Here's the 23. You see that highest low. We're 2.6 pips below that. So maybe it comes back down and tests the 50 or actually come back into the launch pad again. Oh, let's see. I think Seeker wanted us to talk about time. And I'm not really sure what you were asking, Seeker. I'm guessing what you want to know is what time to trade. Walmart lives over in the Eastern time zone here in the U.S. I live in the Western. So he gets up about 7 o'clock, which is about an hour before trading really starts in the New York session. And I get up at 4 o'clock, which is, about an hour before, or I try to get up at 4 o'clock. Today I didn't get up till a little bit afterwards to trade. So we get the last part of the London session and that London New York crossover. There's like about 2 hours worth of or 3 hours worth of crossover or overlap, I should say. And it's a lot of volatility during those hours. If I'd have to pull out some old indicators that show, range by the hour, but that's where you get a lot of the activity. And so I think there's that sessions indicator that will overlap and show you where the sessions are on your chart, and then you can just look and see the activity based on that. And right here you see we put in a 1 ball and then price reversed. So had I been short when I saw that 1 ball, I would be out. That's because just, sometimes, as Walmart like to say, one balls will become 3 balls. But in the meantime, when I'm in a trade, it seems like one balls will reverse on me, and then when I'm not in the trade, one balls will continue. But I'm not in the trade right now because I'm making a video here for you traders. So you can see price came down, but 1, 2, 3 bull. I can't tell if that was a bull candle or not because that's getting covered up. Look at M1 here. So yeah, you had 1, 2, 3 bear candles in a row. And so you don't want to take your chances. So you just, take the money off the table while you can, so this doesn't happen to you and when you get stopped out. Now, one of the things you can see, this was almost a doji, or was a doji. And when this is a green candle on a 3-ball, one of the things I like to do is, if I go short on that next candle, I just try and take a few pips. Now, if the candle that made the 3-ball is a bear candle, then I might ride it a little longer. It's just something that I've noticed. Does it always work? No, but more often than not, it just seems to be safer for me not to try and get a huge reversal off of a candle, off of a 3-ball candle that's a bullish candle. And then at the bottom, the same thing's true. If it's bullish, then I want to go long and try and ride it. If it's bearish, no, not so much. Let's see. Okay, before we run out of time, let's take a look at the ranges here. So for August, right now, we're 220 pips. And so that's the range by month. If we show the ATR percent, we're only at 37% here. So we've got a lot more range to go in the month, it looks like. And if we look at the year-to-date accumulated range, we haven't added on since the end of July. And if we look at the close minus open percent, you can see we've given back a little bit. We were at 6.16 at the end of July. We're now at 5.64. And was there anything else? I think that was it. So once again, 220 so far this month. Notice what a interesting candle so far. We're below the open, but we actually monthly open, but we cracked that monthly low there. Whoops. Let's see. Okay. I wonder why I skipped over this one. The range 220, 0 percentile, so room to grow. High minus previous high, we haven't broken out, but low minus, or previous low minus low, 38 pips to the downside. High minus close right now is 69, close minus low 151 for you rats. High minus open was only 7 pips. To the upside, to the downside, open minus low 214 currently. I'm sorry, yeah, 214 currently for the month. So definitely the buy zone traders were rewarded. So, fellow traders, fastest 15 minutes trading is over again. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back here to trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One. Over and out.